How you doing, ladies and gentlemen? This is William. How y'all doing this morning? Well, about to be afternoon, I think. Yeah, about to be afternoon. November the 4th, 2025. Hi, how are y'all doing? Okay, so here's a topic. I'm finna jump right into it, y'all. So I had this young lady actually didn't ask the question, actually made a statement. But so I'm gonna reply to the statement, okay, y'all? So here's the reply from me to the statement. Let me tell you, especially y'all women, let me just say this to you, you women, okay? Because I kind of realized that when she made this statement, this is a woman's thing, because this is how women think, you know. So here's the statement that this young lady made. She said, "Well, I brought my son a car, and I thought all the right things to do to buy my son this car, a fairly new car too, like a 23. All right." So this young lady has a 16-year-old. So I told the young lady, I said, look here, it's a bad idea. I said, but you grown and it's your child, you do whatever you want for your child. But let me tell y'all women something, it's a women's thing because I say, women tend to move in the moment. Or if I like it in the moment, I'm gonna buy it in the moment. It don't care what it is. Salesmen don't think that way. We don't think that because it look good, that we just gonna jump right in and get it. We got to examine this thing. We got to see how this thing gonna play out time to come. That's how us men think. But y'all women think just the opposite than the way we think. If y'all like it, y'all see another woman wearing it, look nice, you buy it. And never wear it. That's the crazy thing. Why you gonna buy something that you say you like, but you never wear it? Just because you saw someone else wearing it, and this is to the women now, just because you saw someone else wearing it and at that moment in time and you looked good to you, so why not go out and spend $100, $200 for an outfit that you're never gonna wear, right? So I had that problem with a wife of mine, with one of my wives. I've been married several times. And I used to sit back and watch you, buy a lot of clothes. Oh, I just love that what you wearing. And she'll buy it. And hang up in the closet, never wore it. And I'm like, wait a minute. I said, look, what the way you buy all these clothes for if you ain't gonna wear them? So man, we ain't like that. We like, you know what I'm saying? If we gonna spend that money in there and that kind of money in something, we gonna wear it, buddy. You heard me. Y'all better get this. Y'all better stop this man going out here spending all this money. So getting back to my point at hand, this young lady said, well, I came up with she came up with all the right reasons she could buy her son this car. Oh, he needed the car. He's 30 minutes away from school. I can't do everything, da 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 da. So I said, you know what? I told her, I said, you can come up with every reason to buy your son a car, but you can't come up with one reason not to buy it. So I gave her the one reason not to buy it. I said, but you the one that's got to say so, you the one that's doing your thing or whatever, but come on, y'all. Ain't no 16-year-old got no business running around here in a doggone practically brand new car. A first car at 16. Ain't nobody finna tell. I ain't raising my kids that way, and I know a lot of you ain't raised y'all kids that way neither. You gonna earn, if you're gonna get almost brand new status, you're gonna be doing something to get that. And you pretty much gonna be on your own when you do that. I mean, I might get you a little something to get you to beat around, point A, point B, something that you got to keep up. But I'm not finna lay you down with something practically new, almost new, for your first car. Man, that's crazy. So you know what I told this young lady? I said, well, look here. You make all the right decisions, you come up with all the right answers to justify you buying this young 16-year-old car, practically a new car. I said, but you can't come up with one wrong reason not to. And that's what's gonna play out, y'all, to your women. When you think of in the moment that you're doing right, then the wrong is gonna play out to let you know that actually your right move that you thought you made was actually a wrong move. But that takes time to find out. Sometimes it don't. Sometimes it happen overnight. Sometimes it don't. Sometimes it take process of time. Sometimes it take months, weeks. Some even years sometimes. So, but the fact remains that what you say was right. Now you finna find out what was wrong with your decision. Because I told this young lady, I said, young lady, I'm not gonna let you off the hook because you responsible. Because if you got women looking at your child, so you got different sets of women, and I told her that. I said, you got the kind of women that look to see to look to see what this youngin got. I mean, you come on, think about it. You got a 16-year-old running around with a practically new car. What you think kind of women looking at him? You know. So she told me that this mother told her son that she would like for her son to take out her daughter. Now, why would a woman like for another man that she don't even know nothing about, want this 16-year-old to take her daughter out? Come on, y'all. Huh? Y'all better. And you know what? You know what I told these young ladies? I said, now, if I was that child daddy, I said, you're a liar. You think you finna take my daughter out? You pull up in my yard with a practically brand new car. You ain't but 16 years old, and you think you finna take my daughter out? You're a liar, but I've got to know who you is, where you come from, what's your background, what's going on here that got you running up here driving a new car. Your parents just lambing you, helping you live upright, like living a great life, huh? Well, you know, I'm not that kind of parent, because you got to work for what you get. You got to work for what you get to appreciate what you get. You know, somebody to throw it in your hand. Give me y'all an example. If I give you $500, just throw it in your hand, you'll spend that money like it was nothing. Because you know why? Because you didn't earn it. But if you work for that same $500 for a week, man, I got to watch how I spend this. I got to pay some bills, and I got to save for next week. That's going to be your attitude, because you know why? Because you know you work your finger to the bone to earn that $500 rather than somebody just giving it to you. That's the difference I tried to explain to this young lady. You know, just don't throw nothing in these young kids' hand. You know what I'm saying? And thinking that, oh, it's going to be all good like that. Because like I told her, it's going to play out to let for you to realize, is it actually right that you bought this young, person a car? Because I told her, you was helping this child be what the child is going to be. Because now this child is going to thinking, hey, I can do this, I can do that, and it just get thrown in my hands. That ain't how life and growing expectation is. You got to earn what you can, especially us men. Y'all get this, especially us men got to earn. You got to earn what you get in this life. The old life, the new life, whatever, however y'all want to call it in this day and time. I want my kids to suffer. Well, you going to suffer, because I'm not going to throw nothing in your hand that's not going to be beneficial to you, especially when you dealing with stuff like that, because child got to learn, you got to work for what you get. This stuff ain't gonna just be thrown in your hand. I appreciate it, man. I when I started out with the old LTD Ford, man, I was so happy with that old rust bucket car. But the thing is, I was so happy because I would want to work under the hood, put tires on. I did everything. Anything happened to it, if I didn't know how to fix it, I kept messing with it until I figured out how to fix it. But in today's society, a lot of y'all women, y'all want to lamb like your kids and talk about you don't want them to go through what you went through. Well, you know what? Don't take away the hard work from the child. Don't take away the hard work. Because that's like I told this young lady. I said, did you grow up like that? And where you at now? Don't let the money make you make the money. That's what my thing. Don't let the money make you make the money. Don't change the person that you are and give it to your kid. And a lot of y'all adult parents are doing that to your kids. Now you want to just give them stuff and not let them earn work for it. So when y'all giving it to them, then they rebel on you, then you wonder why. I'm going to leave y'all with that. Then you wonder why you're getting rebelled against. You wonder why things ain't turning out the way you want it. You wondering why. So these are the wrong answer, y'all. Now you wondering why. Now you thought you made the right answer in the beginning, but now you're starting to realize that was the wrong answer, because now you begin to realize, I shouldn't have did this, or I shouldn't have did that. Then when you get into that thing, that lets you know that was a wrong decision that you made. And I'm going to leave y'all with that. Thank y'all for joining me.